Hey, what's up guys, this is KDCloudy and welcome to yet another case review for the iPhone 12. And this case is called the Marshall. It's a leather case from a company called ANDAR. You probably haven't have heard of them because they're a small company based in the States, and they were kind enough to send me this for review along with their nice little wallet. That's pretty cool. But yeah, since the tech channel, I'll be only looking at the wallet and reviewing this in this video. So yeah, let's get started. So I was already coming from a leather case for the iPhone 12, the Nomad case, which I've already reviewed. You can check it out. And using that, my expectations were set quite high, and I was kind of aware and familiar with the whole leather thing, and I was kind of aware of what I was getting myself into in terms of like the fit and finish of a leather case. And the first big change I noticed after switching to this case is that how thin and light it is. I mean, it's obviously not a rugged case unlike the Nomad, which obviously makes it a lot more slimmer, and it maintains the slim profile of the iPhone 12. It's just not bulky at all, and kind of maintains the flat edges of the iPhone 12, and it's just very nice to hold, like, overall. And it does all that without sacrificing on a lot of protection. I mean, I'm not gonna drop it or anything, but yeah, I feel pretty confident holding it in my hand, and the case has a pretty hard structure to it. I think it's a polycarbonate structure internally, so it doesn't bend, or it's not flimsy or anything. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel flimsy or cheap at all, and I would happily trust the case for, you know, protecting the iPhone. Now, because of the unibody kind of leather finish, as well as how thin and light it is very conservative on cutouts. The only cutouts the case has is on the mute switch and on the camera square. So accessing the buttons, it's like there are no separate pieces for it. It's just like a protrusion. And because it's so thin and light, accessing the buttons and pressing the buttons is actually very easy. You don't have to add any extra effort or, you know, apply any more like unnatural pressure to kind of press the button. So that's also pretty neat. I think it's very hard to kind of mill holes on leather because they just straight up went for a notch at the bottom, which I kind of hate. I usually like when cases cover the bumper all around. That's just like my personal preference, and I would like to have kind of holes for the grills and the lightning port, and have just this part just closed. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's like this open-ended case right here with a notch. Not really a big deal for most people. It's just something I kind of bother with. But yeah, otherwise it's fine. The next thing to talk about are the colors. It's got a very interesting dual tone look. The blue and the honey color, sort of like a saddle brown thing. And I think it's pretty interesting. It's very different, and when you hold it in your hand and cover it like this, it feels like an all blue case. And with the red iPhone, it provides quite the contrast, and I really like it. It's definitely like an upgrade from the traditional boring brown colors, which is kind of like very common with leather cases. So this specific shade of blue and the whole dye and everything is pretty cool. Now let's talk about the leather itself, which is the main primary unique selling point of the entire case. And the leather so far is holding up pretty good. And what I want to say is that the leather used, I mean, the texture of the leather is different from what I used in the Nomad case, and this actually feels more similar to leather you would find on like shoes or wallets or something, because you have that stretched those textures and those marks, and when you take it out of the box, it comes with that distinct smell as if you entered a shoe store or something. It's very nice, and it has that texture, and I've been using it for like 8 days or something, and it has kind of collected a bit of scuffs and a little more texture, which is obviously to be expected. And I've, you know, kind of exposed it to water. I've held it with wet hands, and there is no discoloration or anything. So far it's holding up very, very nicely. And yeah, as far as the long-term durability goes, I think we just have to wait and watch about how this holds up in the long run, like 4-6 months down the road. But yeah, that's basically it. If you want to buy this, I'll have it linked down below in the description. and I think it's like $50 or something, and if you want to import it from the States, I mean, the price of the case and the shipping charges will still be less compared to buying an official Apple leather case. So I mean, if you're into that, you can definitely check it out. But yeah, this is gonna be my primary case for now because I just love how thin and light it is, and that's exactly why you should go for this. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.